How's it going, everyone? Zeak here, and we are back to some Factorio. This is episode 2, I believe, of season 2. Sorry, it's late at night, I'm sleepy. Just like always. I'm gonna grab some of this iron. Actually, I'm gonna grab all of the iron. So I got on me. I was needing copper. Yeah, copper from last time. Don't remember what it was for, though. Okay, so it had to be for finishing that. I think it was. Gonna make a lot of those. Okay. Trying to remember what happened last time. It's been a little bit. Alright, sweet no copper. I believe I was trying to get this set up here to the copper part. As the iron was all set up. It had to have been what I was doing. Fast away. Alright, I had those set up, but I don't know if I've got... No, I don't have any of those. That ain't good. Alright, that was gonna come out this way, I believe. I was looking for drills, if you're wondering. Give me a couple of those. But right now, I do need to get the inserters down. I do have 4 there, so that'll give me... make them a little bit cheaper. If I do anything with a weird accent, you'll have to forgive me. I was playing Minecraft. It was a Forge mod pack. Well, not a mod pack, a custom-made mod pack by Rough Cut, one of our members of Mahula Fam. And it really upped the difficulty. And it was me, him, and yeah, Space Junkie. She goes by quite a few different names, so it's hard to remember which one's which, but it was very hard. It adds in all kinds of crazy stuff, increases difficulty as you go through dimensions, and we were, after Ruff left, we were pretty much hassled by, ghosts, shades, cyclops, and clowns. Yes, clowns. Oh, anybody has a phobia to clowns or not? I don't like that little mod. Alright, so I need to get coal set up here. Actually, get on this, run a little faster. Alrighty, so just get that set up to right about there. And that to... Nope, right about there. Went up. That's definitely facing the wrong direction right up here. Yeah, I'm just gonna get this little part set up, and then I'm gonna immediately start working on science. What about military? Okay, so I was trying to get me a submachine gun. How is my... Ooh, our pollution spreading a little farther than I want to, but it does look like, except for right here, we are surrounded by trees. So I don't have enough to build that. Oh, I could really use a radar dish. Alright. So you, and you. Now we're definitely going to need all the copper we can get. Oh! Crud. Usually I don't have this much problem with copper, but then again, this has been running for some time, and I would have something by now. We're going to go back up, grab one of those furnaces. Maybe one right down here. Set that up. This way we can get something started up. I'm gonna speed this episode up a little bit, but I at least wanna... Oh, wow, you ran out. At least wanna talk about a few things that's going on. Plus, it may wake me up. It's late at night, otherwise I'd have some coffee. So it's kind of like a fatigue, not like just waking up groggy, tired. Oh, you don't have power. There's a ghost. Nothing more. Alrighty. And seeing how as I want to stay up a little bit longer than I am right now, so depending on how long this goes, I may load up another not Factorio, but another little series in between this one and the next episode, start up something else. It's very similar to Factorio. Actually, I believe it was inspired by Factorio. Again, some people are giving it, hey, it's a good game. Other people are saying, don't even bother with it. But I'm liking it. I've had it for a long time when it was in Kickstarter, and I figured I'd show it off to let others form their own opinion. And the game is called... It just went brain dead. Crud. Farlight Explorers. It's definitely different, and I need to put 10 into you. It's actually quite different, and there's a lot of things that I'm still learning. Like my first 2 offline campaigns, I having a hard time with power, and then I was just literally learning, so I was just throwing things down. It looked terrible. My second offline campaign, it's farther than the first one. It's a lot farther. I'm actually setting down my first train station. But I learned a little something from both of them. Wow, I'm out of that as well. Grab all this. Let's see, what did I learn? Oh, about where to start a base. It seems a little safer to do it where I was actually doing mine than it was in the very center where you start. I'll show you when I get it up, but we're going to talk about Factorio for today. For today, we're just going to worry about, depending on how far I get and how much I speed up time by, which I don't even have my timer set. Not anymore. Not since I've been speeding up time. But, I'm going to need one more of you. Now... But I at least want to get this part set up. I may at least plan out the science factory, which I'm going to probably place it somewhere around here. I learned from my offline campaign in Factorio, I need to really move it away from this production. Sorry about that, I really need something to drink. It's not necessarily so I can expand these if I ever absolutely need to, the little furnace areas, but it's also because I really have a hard time keeping steel or any other type of productions. For the beginning, at least, I don't usually have those lines of factories. And remember, we're playing on expensive everything, and just the amount to keep up with just 10 science labs, just 10 science labs, is very expensive. I mean, I do believe I showed you my factory, one of my offline factories, my most current one. Or was it my second? No, it was my most current one, and it was producing 50,000, over 50,000 of just iron ore, and iron plates. And I still couldn't keep up with everything, and it was just one science factory and one steel factory. And just a few minor things. So, let's get you down this way, all the way up here. Might as well set these up. I'm gonna need more. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I don't have enough. What do you know? More of that. So let's go ahead and get these set up here. No. There. I put them far back as possible. This way, in case it does do like it's doing here. When it starts getting on this inner line, it'll have at least some place to put the back part of it. I didn't explain that well. Never mind. I'll have to show you guys when it eventually gets there. Alrighty. So 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. These really just cost. The only part that cost copper here is the basic inserter. These guys cost extra copper because they require 2 more electronic circuits. I guess that acts as like a speed boost. I don't know. But as you can see here, at the very end, it would be like this. This guy can sit over here. Now, if I would have had it down further one, that's 1 less belt's worth of reserve iron or reserve copper it could hold. If you understand what I mean by that. It's just a little bit way to put more on the belt if it ever backs up like this. A little bit more. These guys can actually hold up to the full 100, but as soon as they're full, it won't smelt anymore. So get as much on the belt in case it has a little backup, and this way you have a little bit more spare. Though really, if it's going efficiently, you really shouldn't have a backup or any spare. But when you do, it's best to have as much as possible in case you add something and it just sucks it dry. Alright. Okay. Now, before I add in the red ones here, at least for this one, because it's just going to put the coal right here where nothing's there, that won't grab it, but I've actually had one where the red arm put it over here, it set it on the ground, the one over here grabbed it and set it over there. It was really annoying. It was funny, but it was really annoying. Okay, so now we're getting a lot more of these. Let's go ahead and make about that much. I think I made them. I'm gonna come out with 200, but you can never really have too many of these, especially since in order to make reds or the blues, you need the previous tier. So it's always worth it to have quite a few of those. And there's some space here. Not really needed, but me. Oop, that goes that way. You go that way. Alrighty. Now, this needs to come in. Okay. Let's take this. Take this. And the reason why I'm doing that is this. No, you don't do that. There we go. And like that. Planning for the future. Alright, so let's go ahead and get something coming down the line here. Trying to add power. There. And those are eventually going to have to come up, but let's go and do that. You bastards. Alright, now let's finish off this. And this is just really to give me a speed boost without knocking me around too much. Oops. Alright, so the copper is ready. It's coming in. I got enough for 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, almost 4. So let's go ahead and produce copper. Come here. 2 more. Queue up. Run all the way here. Sit you down so I can at least get all this running. And there we go. Oh! No, we don't. Almost forgot a very important part. Alright. So the copper's nice and set up. It's just coming in line. And at least one of them's set up. Come on. I want to make sure I get all these lines going ahead. Though I really should focus more down the line here. You know what? Might as well do that. But generally I like to get a little something on these sidelines just to get them something on, and then focus down the midline here. Itchy, itchy. Alright, what am I missing? Wow, you had quite a bit in you. There we go. Decent amount of copper and well, copper, not so much on iron, but that's easy fixed. Whoops. I'm not sure if I actually explained this, but the reason I'm putting the iron, or not the iron, putting the meat line for the 2 metal, for the 2 lines right here above where the ore itself is going to go, is because in case I ever need something up here for whatever reason, I can draw from these just by putting an underground belt. I usually have my steel factory just above the iron area, right around here. Okay, I got plenty of iron. Why didn't I finish you? Yep. Seriously, I only had 1 left. But, I usually had my steel factory right up here, but on my offline campaign, I actually was not producing enough steel with, like, say, however many steel furnaces I can get through here. Remember, a steel furnace runs twice as fast as one of these, and I could not pump out the steel. But at the same time, to make 1 steel took like 10 iron plates. I'm pretty sure in a normal expense game, it takes like 5 iron plates, but the length of time it took to actually do it was pretty long. But either way, these should start backing up. I do have these. Pretty sure I'm going to need about 15. And I'm going to need a lot of copper. So while these are doing it, they're backing up. And they're going to go at the same speed. Uh-oh. I'm pushing out over here. I've got to go exploring. So I'm going to cut here for the current commentary and speed it up, and I'm going to see what's over here. Till then, I'll be right back. Okay, with the pollution worrying me about pushing over here, I go in search of pretty much an enemy base, as well as to see just how far it's expanding. And right now I try to just shove the fog of war back evenly, and then I suddenly run into a little base here. And it's actually more than just a little bit of a base. That's a good sized base. I'm probably going to need a car with some armor-piercing ammo just to take care of that thing. Probably a bit of upgrades to them as well. But I go up here and I quickly see, hey, there's another base up here. Now, it's not that big. I can probably take it if I make an SMG and some more ammo, but I don't really want to risk it. But I'm also curious about what's going on with the pollution to the left here. But I decided, you know what, I'm going to need something to scan out, so I don't just have to run out constantly. And here I noticed I'm going to need a lot more power, so I was like, screw it. I'm not going to just do 1 at a time. I'm going to go ahead and put 10 down, as well as pick that thing up. I do create the science factory here, I don't like where I put it at first, so I just move it all that side over. I leave the left side alone, I just move the right side over. Here in a second. I don't remember exactly when I decided. I think it was when I realized I may need some more room to the right. And that's just because of the way I do my factories. Or at least the science factory. I don't think I needed it too much, especially if I get the next level of power where I can send the large power lines, like good 35 feet for the wire, the cord, from going from point to point. I can't think. I recorded this late at night yesterday, and it's late at night today. I don't even know what the date is. Oh, night seems to be the only time I record. That or morning, but right now my mornings are go straight to physical therapy. So, I'm having fun. But either way, I pick up some extra resources here. Like I said, I need a ton of iron. It takes 100 iron per one of those steam engines. And I got enough to do it, but I also needed the iron and the copper to make not just the factories, but also the belts, the inserts, all that stuff. And right here, I'm just trying to plan out exactly how I want the end to be, because the way it always turns out, this is it's just weird how it does it on down at the end, but it works. It works for me, and it's just good enough, I guess you could say. But the only thing I'm thinking about adding to this whole thing is one more, what is that? Gear factory. That's just primarily because I can run out of gears relatively fast for, say, what is it? Actually, I think the only thing that needs gears on this thing, there's the phone, email. No, even the inserter factory needs the gears, if I remember right. I'm pretty sure they need gears, so I need a little bit extra gears. But before I can really put down even just one more factory for, what is that, for the gears, I need to severely increase my iron input. If I don't, I'm not going to be able to sustain that at all. I mean, I can literally get 3 fast inserters putting iron straight into a single gear creator, and just enough to be able to keep up with the speed at which it can create it. And it's primarily because it takes so many plates right now to create the gears. And I end up changing this right here. That was like a little too close, because what was the reason? I can't remember. But I do end up moving those over a bit more. Those are all obviously the wire creators. Those are the gear makers. I can't remember why I moved them back though. I know I did. Downsides of recording one day later, or one day before, and then commentating on it a day later. Oh well. There I try to do something different. Get a little bit more of the inserters on rather than just the belts, because I got so many. I've already got a long line for belts anyways. But here, obviously I'm making the inserters, going back to get more copper, or more of everything really. The copper is the main thing I need right now, and I'm not moving the lines from where they are, primarily because I don't need them over there just yet, and I don't really want to keep pushing out the pollution. I want to let it set, let it absorb into the environment and come back in. It's a way to keep the pollution down from expanding too much, and it does protect me for, well, this whole episode, but I don't know how much longer it's going to protect me. And here I kind of mess up. I remember I needed 2 inserters and 2 blue inserters and 1 red inserter, the long extended arm, but in order for that to happen, I need the next tier of electric science. I don't have it. And over here is, obviously, I'm going to scout more of the map. I do find a few more nests. I don't remember how big they were. But obviously, even one nest is a bad thing to find. Because if it just absorbs any of the pollution, it spreads to all the nests on this entire world. One nest absorbs it, all nests get the mutation bonus to become stronger. Yeah, I think if you have multiple nests absorbing it, it's even faster. I'm not 100% on that. But even if I'm just sitting here and none of them are exposed to pollution, like I make a very big world and just give it like a ton of resources in a small area, eventually they're gonna slowly take up, but it's really, really slow. So no matter what, they're gonna be getting stronger faster, or stronger as the game goes on, but your pollution just makes it faster. I guess call it a presence thing, or maybe you just found them in the middle of the evolution. I don't know. I decided not to go ahead and put down those factories right there. I don't need to right now. They really just need, I really need those when I get the blue assembler 2, basically. Oh, here's something interesting they added in. You see those underground belts I just put down up at the top? I spread them out to their furthest distance. However, they added in the ability, not the ability, but the more advanced underground belts actually go further out than the previous ones. So the blue ones can go, I think, twice as far or more than the yellow ones. So I don't really know why they did that. Maybe it's a requested feature, but either way, if you use a lot of underground belts and keep your production, like the plates, the chips and whatnot, underground more often than above ground, it does help with your game. Too much above ground, it'll actually start tanking. So just remember that. But it takes a lot before that it actually starts working. Now here I ran into the forest and I come down straight here, but I figured, this is after I created this, I figured down here I can make my steel industry. Just have it around there. I'm not 100% sure where I want to put it. I may leave it like this and put it over beside the copper, or something, because I'm also, oh no, the copper's right there too, so I can use that. Make a steel line. I'm kind of thinking in the future here. I'm gonna need something making turrets. I'm gonna need something making both the basic ammo and then the armor-piercing ammo once I finally get steel. I'll need something making grenades. This way I can make military science. But I just don't have too much of the room. And I want to keep this my science city. And I decided to stop this right here because I really don't need them producing anything. But I figured, you know what, I can just go ahead and get that started for my little double-sided one. But I didn't realize at the time that I just messed up here. It needs to, I need to send the thing over one other side. And here, I just realized I'm going to make a second line coming down. So I need to move those things back just a bit. But with just one science lab doing anything, I'm not really researching too quickly. But I'm researching quickly enough for these early cheap techs. So I'm not too worried about it. Okay, yeah, I'm just building up the... took a ton of wires. I don't even remember how many wires it took. But it has to build every wire individually. Or maybe I get 2 wires per one. I don't remember. It takes like half a second just to build them. Still, one chip took like 10 wire. And I think you needed like 5 chips per one research lab. So yeah, that's a lot of wire, even in half a second. As you can tell, that took a long time, and I'm just sitting here waiting on it, as well as letting the chips produce. Maybe I'm stopping the gear production down there so the iron can flow down and the chips can snag it, because they don't need the gears. They just need copper wire and iron. So my copper wire is going as efficiently as I can get it right now, but I think even that needs 3 coming in, but it definitely needs 3 coming out on the blue one. 3 fast inserters just to get them off, get them out of there, so it can actually start on the next one. It can produce faster than they can take out, basically. And if it has too many in there, it all stops. And that's kind of the thing with everything. Well, maybe not so much on furnaces, but the assembly lines. If there's too much in the thing, it'll just halt. So it's really good if Like, say I'm making the ammo, and I get the steel plates, I get the copper, and I make, no, the basic ammo just takes steel plates. It used to take a little bit more, but I think they made it cheaper. But yeah, I make the tier 1 ammo, which just takes steel plates, and I make the tier 2 ammo. The tier 1 gets completed in 1 second, the tier 2 takes 3 seconds. So I can make 3 tier 1 ammo per one tier 2 ammo, the AP. But I think it'll only keep like 2 or 3 of the tier 1 ammo in the machine at a time, and it'll completely stop, and it'll wait until the next machine takes it down. And it's nice so it doesn't use up your resources too much, especially since one machine of the first one can technically keep up with 3 machines making the tier 2 ammo. I usually just stick with 2. But here I decided to increase steel production. But it looks like I actually had a bit of a stop up even before I increased it. I think that was at one point so much was just in it and it just stopped, and eventually, or so much was on the line before I sent it down to the research factory, so it just piled up. I kind of think that's what it was doing. But either way, I truly need more iron on the belt than I'm sending down right now. And I don't really want to put too much more down until I get the next furnace. It's twice as fast, and it's a space saver because I can put 1 down and remove 2 stone furnaces. So that's kind of my thing on those. That's why I would usually wait to get those done. I make that such a high priority to get. But either way, I'm running out of time. Past me is taking it back. Okay, so we have our basic science set up. Still don't have these because they're all going to be blue ones anyways. I could very well just make, I got 3, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, make another 3 more. This way when I actually do start making the blue ones, I can set these down really quick and just go ahead and get the green science started, because we are really needing that to get into some of the next things. Beyond that, as I was scouting over here, you see I found 2 bases, found another base right over here. I was worried because of the pollution. Over here it's stopped by the tree, but it could very well expand. No, that's a good sized tree line right there. No, maybe down there, the trees may stop it. Over here, there's a tiny little bit of forest here, some trees there, some trees there, that hopefully will keep it from getting to those down there. Doesn't look like there's much stopping it from up here. So that is definitely going to be our worry. However, now that we do have a submachine gun, I might be capable of taking those guys out. But it all very well depends on how powerful, what is this, normal ammo is. 5 damage per, ooh, wow, there's another one. Oh, they got a worm, small one. Whew. Those guys are little turrets. They shoot this tracking acid at you, and it really hurts. I don't even have any armor right now, and I'm almost out of an axe. I'll build 1, because I should be going up to steel soon. But, yeah, definitely, I can make armor piercing now. I just don't have a, I don't know, can't I make armor piercing? No, I don't have steel processing, which is required for military 2, which allows me to make science packs. Oh, I didn't even realize that. I get 2 science packs for every one of those, and that's actually very expensive. A grenade and a gun turret. Ugh. I mean, a grenade costs 5 coal and 5 iron. No, 10 coal, 5 iron. Ugh, can't see today. But, yeah. What do I need to get you? Oh, yeah, I need to go down the plastics tree. Even though you don't need plastics to get this. Which, what this does is drill bonus. Only 2%, but look at that. It goes down to 16th level, and then the rest is just infinite. And basically what this 1 through 3 does is, I believe, once it gets past 3, it's going to go into this, which requires that level of science, so on and so forth. Yep, space science pack right there. Where is the one I'm actually looking for? You. Yeah, 1, There's like level 2, which requires the green, level 3, which requires, yeah. What's good news is this bullet damage and the bullet speed affects me and my turrets. So I've got the damage for me, I got the damage for the turrets, which only affects the turrets so long as they use magazines. It's really, really nice, because these guys can get relatively damaging, especially considering this is unlimited. This seems to be unlimited, but that's a 10% bonus, that's a 10% bonus. Yeah, these things can do a lot of damage as time goes on, but I think these guys just constantly get stronger and stronger too. Not to mention, a lot more numerous. Either way, that is... Why did I do the Season 2.5? It is the Let's Play version number 3. And we're done with this episode. Oh, we've got quite a bit ahead of us. I really need to get some defenses down. I've got the ability to do them, but I can't exactly automate them. But with Automation 2, I will be capable of doing that. However, in order to even be close to doing that, I'm going to have to severely increase pretty much my iron income right now. And I don't really want to get too much more until I get... Where is it? This. And like I said, the reason why I always want to get this as fast as possible is because these are twice as powerful as the stone furnace. So they're literally worth 2 stone furnaces in one, so they're just a space saver. Just really nice little space saver. But until then, guys, I'll see you next episode. And as per usual, my outros are terrible. You know, I don't ever think I'll be able to do a good outro. It's just always so awkward sometimes. At least for me, I'm terrible saying goodbyes. But anyways, if you enjoyed the video, go ahead and think about leaving a like. If you want to see more Factorio or any other series I may be doing, or even you want me to do, hit that subscribe button and definitely let me know down in the comments what you want to see, or if you think I need to do anything, or even, I don't know, try something that sounds interesting to do. But until then, I will see you guys later.